AI's getting your mom how?
Dude, I catch her fucking liking all these AI videos
On Facebook, yeah.
and I'm like, you're believing this shit?
Welcome back to another episode of Careful Boys, where we discuss some, I guess you can call these injustices.
Oh. Yeah.
There's some frauds or rackets that you feel will never change, like in society. For me, I feel like the racket of selling ass school books to college kids
For
that cost,
sure.
or even high school kids, inflated. You sell it back, you get nothing for it.
Yep.
They sell it.
You don't think that's gonna change digitally?
No.
I think they'll find a way to still make it cost something.
So I had a teacher in film history. I had to take, it's a bullshit elective you have to take for your like art requirement or whatever, right? The teacher, it's like a 2.5 unit class, not even that big of a deal, but he made you buy his new book.
And that he made?
That he made.
Yeah.
He's the author. Made you buy the new book.
Wow, that's illegal for professors to do.
But he makes you buy the new one because you have to get the online quiz thing, and it's like a serial number, so everyone has to have a unique one. You do all your assignments have to be the quizzes. You have to do all the quizzes like for every chapter, and then your test is all about everything in the book. And it's like, dude, he like made sure everyone has to buy a new book. And I remember being like, "Fuck this! I do not want to come to this class. I hated going." But
This was in CSUN?
This is at PCC. This is just a regular.
They did it to me at
General ed
Cerritos
class.
College. Same
Was
thing.
it effective learning?
No, I didn't go to the class because I was like, "F this dude, I'm not gonna go to this class." I showed up like one day on the final, and it happened to be the day, and I was like, "Oh, I got a B in the class."
Pretty tight.
Yeah, I got lucky.
You know, sad. My mom reminded me of this when I visited her the other week. She goes, "Remember when you lost your Spanish book in high school? I like lost it.
Yeah.
Like I left it on the table and it was gone." So I told my mom, I was a freshman, and she was like, "Oh, well then we have to buy another one, idiot." She was like super mad at me. And I was like, "Damn." So next time, like she took me to school, we went to the office, and she's like, "Oh, he needs to buy another Spanish book because he lost it." So they take a Spanish book out for me to buy. It's my fucking book, and they made me buy it back.
Even though you couldn't say that was mine.
My name was still in it.
What the? They made you
all there.
buy it?
They made me buy
Is
it
it
back.
because they lost
Why didn't you
it and they
steal it
found
back? I would have stolen it.
That's fucked
fucking
up.
My high school, San Gabriel Academy.
Damn, San Gabriel Academy.
bull.
Someone just returned it and said, "We found this."
The groundskeeper guy or the cleaner found it, so then they just like, instead of seeing that it's mine and then being like, "Hey, here's your book," they put it back in stock and like re-entered it as a thing, and I had to buy it again.
Wow.
And that was like $45 or something.
That's crazy,
No.
dude.
'Cause I remember they used to scan it and they know exactly who it goes to.
But the sucky thing is that like my mom's right there with me, and I'm like telling her, "Look how fucked up this is." But you know when this happens, your parents just mad at you.
You're mad at you, yeah.
Because we wouldn't be here if you didn't lose
So, like
it.
I was being blamed for like losing it instead of them. Like, can't you say something to be like, "That's his book"? Like,
Yeah.
it's the school year's still going. Like,
But she was like, "Okay, we'll have to pay for it."
and they pay a tuition. It's not a public school.
and it's tuition, yeah.
That's crazy.
So on top of that, she wasn't trying to reason with them. She was just like making it more my fault. I'm like, God, that sucks. Scam.
What a racket, dude.
I don't know if this is
Textbook.
considered a scam, but I think it's fucking bullshit that everyone could actually have like the same internet access speed, but then you, depending on how much you pay, how much speed you get. You know, it's like you have the capability to have the highest.
It's like
one.
cable when they give you certain channels.
Yeah, like I plugged it into your house, you can have the highest one, but depending if you pay this, it's gonna be really slow, or you pay this much, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, what the?
And I'm sure for like hot girls, the guy just goes, "Hey, I'm gonna turn it up for you." Yeah. There's also printer ink is one of them that I fucking can't stand.
Printer ink.
Printer ink.
That's a racket?
Yeah.
So expensive. It's cheaper to get a new printer.
It's so expensive.
Yeah, it's so
And you
expensive.
always need to like refill
That's how they make their money, right?
The firmware like it like negates like aftermarket ones that you can get cheaper. It runs out faster than it should.
100% runs out faster than it
Yeah.
I
should.
feel like I print one thing and it's like, oh, all the color's gone.
Yeah.
Because way less people are using.
I'm sure at the consumer level that we're at, like we're not like these huge like corporations that need to print every minute, that like they have to find a way to like milk it out of our dumbasses.
What do you have, a laser printer or like an inkjet or like what?
Just like a HP, I don't know what it is, if it's inkjet or laser.
I am very meh on like almost anything insurance.
I like that. I like
Do you
that.
guys all have health insurance? Because I'm thinking about fucking cutting it.
Really?
I haven't used it once in 10 years.
Don't you get penalized if you don't have it?
Not anymore.
That's the thing about insurance is they fucking, you always have to, you go like the whole big what if, but you fucking pay so much.
I've been hearing more and more stories of about people who have insurance actually paying higher premiums or deductibles than people who don't have insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the non-insurance payment cost is actually cheaper than some of the deductibles.
The ambulance pickup is.
I mean, think about
because
it,
it's
right?
a scam to be charging this much for healthcare.
They're
like, it's
not-
not
They're not collecting on people that have no ID or whatever, and they don't refuse. Like, if you're fucked up, the hospital's gonna patch you back up. But if you don't have any
They have
ID
to.
or anything, yeah, like if you're at the emergency room with bullet wounds, right? They can't be like, you're not insured. They have to, and then they're gonna try to send you a bill, and if you don't, then it's like, so what? It's done.
They can't collect.
They can't collect. Yeah.
Now,
But
if you do
everyone
have
that does
assets
have
and stuff, they can
insurance,
like chase you
yeah.
and stuff if you have assets and a lot of money.
But not if you have if
People
you
who
don't
are
show
poor
ID.
and don't have
Yeah.
insurance won't really get pursued that hard.
But if you don't have ID, if you don't have a way for them to track you, how are they gonna get you?
Will they even allow you to leave the hospital at this point without figuring out your identity?
Are you in the system already? If they've ever taken blood from you?
No, like if you're like you could be illegal immigrant.
Because of 23andMe, though, they're like, oh, hey, Joe.
Yeah. Like your thumbprint or whatever.
100% Japanese, Joe.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Because even if you're not, like, let's say you are a citizen, and then like you don't have your wallet with you, nothing.
yeah,
You're just John Doe, dude.
maybe. I
And then if you die, who's the bill going to?
maybe that's the thing for collections. Like, that's their expertise. Because, you know, like, they just find a way to, like, they'll get to you. You know those guys that when they eventually find missing persons because of a hospital bill or some shit?
Wow.
And there's also hella clinics, low income clinics. There's a ton. So like,
Yeah.
if you don't have money, like, there's all the services for health are there for you. But if you have insurance, you're actually the most fucked.
Do you think the scam of carbon credits is ever going to change? You know the carbon credits thing? Where it's like...
How much of a footprint a company leaves on this world or whatever?
Yeah.
Nah.
Where you're buying credits.
I think
some
anything
bullshit
that
thing, too.
plays on people's feelings will continue forever. Like even like our homeless industrial complex here.
Or recycling.
Yeah, like shit like that.
Recycling was a big one the first time I found out how it doesn't really help.
Yeah.
It's a really like rabbit hole thing, but I mean it's very easily explained.
How does it not help?
The cost to perform the recycling is drastically outweighs what you can recycle, and most of what you put in the recycling can't even be recycled because it's mixed with other elements. Like if you had something that was straight aluminum and nothing else, like yeah, you could recycle it. But like when you go to countries like Japan, you have to take the paper wrapper out of the bottle. You have to like separate.
We don't take the paper off our bottles. Yeah.
If it just has some shit on it, they just don't recycle it. It just gets dumped.
So it has to be a pure, straight aluminum can with
nobody-
nothing on it.
People are hardly, if ever, follow their trash all the way to the fucking recycling plant.
So when I take this can, I have to peel all this shit off before they could do it.
it's like an out of sight, out of mind thing where people will continue to vote for it because they don't have to worry about
like
it. but,
this? Like because there's this on it, will they not recycle it?
yeah, I think it's something as dumb as that. It just like doesn't go in.
I would imagine. Because anytime they do the recycling, I'm like, I know they're not recycling.
That's what the explanations say, and like some
Even
of them
though
are
the
really
paper is
just like
recyclable?
even if they did recycle.
Because think about all the people on your block, right? How many of those people actually put only cans and glass, everything you actually need for recycling, in the recycling bins?
Yeah, and there's no penalty for like getting it wrong.
Aren't you supposed to put every recyclable thing in the recycling bin?
Yeah, but most people, what I'm saying is, they probably don't follow that rule very proper, you know? Sometimes people put like cardboard boxes in there, and I'm like,
Wait, I thought cardboard boxes are like the most recyclable thing.
I don't know.
They are. Yeah, but
Well, some facilities don't take it, so it depends on the city rules, and then you'll see it on the bin, like what is allowed and what isn't allowed.
Like in our
People
city,
don't really
if we
follow
put
it.
our fucking empty boxes in the blue, they won't pick up your trash and shit.
But also, it's America, man. Like,
What about paying
want it in
congressmen
trash.
pensions? Like paths to retirement pensions for congressmen.
What's that?
Retirement pensions for congressmen. I feel like that should be
How much is that?
a lot of money.
I think what's crazier is, so legally, they can work in the private sector immediately. And this is the legal corruption that happens is like, let's say I'm on the board for like, I don't know, the internet regulatory department. And then Netflix gives me a deal. All these internet companies gives me a deal to do something and in their favor, right? So then I pass this bill. They make more money. Then after like a year or two, I leave public office, and then I become a consultant for Netflix or whatever, and I get the payout.
Yeah.
And this happens all across the board in every industry, from farming to military industrial complex to all that stuff.
Yeah.
So if you look at like the paper trail, it's like, oh yeah, when you see all these presidents, like Obama, because of the Sopa Pipa shit, he's a consultant for Netflix, and he's making hella money that way, and he's, you know, and every president, that's how you could tell like what they did
Yeah.
and how they make.
Because where they
money
end up after. Yeah.
And even it doesn't even have to be presidents. It could be just like different people from like board of education or board of farming or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like that shit is like, well, clearly they're working for the corporations and not the people.
Yeah.
And so
If they're getting that
after office-
reward after
hooking
office,
them up.
yeah. And then the way they do it is like, oh yeah, there's a book tour, come speak at our company, and then what? Bill Clinton's still getting paid $200K for a speech, or like, you know, there's just weird shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, guys? Come join our Patreon because there's hundreds of videos dating back to 2019.
Support the channel's growth and new ideas.
And tap into the closer community by joining our Discord.
Come chat with me inside, and then you can say funny things to me.
And get the opportunity to suggest new video ideas. Come join our Patreon. Thank you.
Link is in the description box below.
What about the idea that politicians are allowed to buy stocks? That's probably going to continue forever, huh?
Yeah, because they recently voted on that and they shot that down.
Yeah.
They were trying to make that illegal, and then
Who would vote no
Yeah.
for that? Like,
Wow, that's crazy.
why would a regular citizen be like, nah, it's fine?
yeah, they just,
So we should just keep investing in Pelosi Capital?
yeah. I'm following.
Didn't
her
she
trades.
become a billionaire recently or some shit?
No, I don't think so.
No, she didn't.
Her stock. I follow this app that tracks all the different politicians, and let me see if I can.
Pelosi stocks is crazy.
I thought that her and
Hers
her
is
husband
really
together
good.
have reached like billionaire status.
I think it's her husband that actually does the.
Because he's an investor, right? Like he's like a.
Yeah. I don't think it's actually her, because
Yeah.
that's the conflict of interest. Because she's, they could clearly like so
Right.
the loophole is her husband does it. She
Yeah.
gives them the information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But isn't that still insider trading?
100%.
Yeah. So like, what the?
But it makes it less provable. Because the insider trading, what makes it provable for insider trading is like, let's say she's on the hearing for like this tech company, and she knows that they're about to go public and go fucking bananas or whatever, and then she just gets in early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or whatever. Like, there's like some stuff she gets information. It's like, hey, you heard this information, and then you put money in it. But then it's like, oh, but your husband did it. Then it's a little bit harder to prove.
God, man, crazy that it's their same household. Like, if you have like sensitive information.
I mean, fuck, it's a racket. But I think, to me, the scams of like preying upon old people, I don't think that would ever end. And that's the sad shit, right? Like,
AI is gonna make that so.
Oh my God, dude, AI's freaking can't
I
wait.
think since the last time I've seen you guys, which was like less than a month ago, I think AI has gotten like twice as good at pictures just in the past month.
they're moving.
AI's getting your mom how
Dude, I catch her fucking liking all these AI videos,
on Facebook, yeah.
and I'm like, Mom, this guy is even not talking like a regular human being. Like, the AI person, the fake person, is like talking like a robot, and I'm like, you're believing this shit? Like, this is just bad.
Something I've been seeing the past couple of days is people are uploading, they're like starting live streams and then posting like AI generated like battles in Russia and Ukraine, saying like, oh, this like live battle is happening right now over in this like country.
Wow. So fake news.
Yeah, and you can't, and it looks like there's like missile shooting between like areas and stuff, and it looks real. So you're like, wait, is this actual like footage? And it looked like it's all set up as like a live news stream and everything. And you're like, holy shit!
Dude, they've been doing that with the Carmelo Anthony like stabbing case, where they keep making AI
And
generated
Austin Metcalf.
police reports.
Wait,
What?
Carmelo Anthony?
Not the basketball player. There's
This is another Carmelo Anthony?
Yeah, but with a K.
Yeah.
It's a high school situation where this other dude, Austin Metcalf,
It's a huge thing. Man.
huge story right now. Yeah, a football player, not that Metcalf.
DK, not DK Metcalf.
There's a white dude who has a twin brother at this high school. Carmelo Anthony, like, objectively, this is a detail. It's like he like pulled out a knife and stabbed the guy in the chest, and that guy died. But now it's such a huge argument on like who was the
aggressor.
Yeah, and the aggressor.
But like people are they're creating like fake police reports and fake witness reports.
What about fake videos of the stabbing?
No, I haven't seen that.
Dude,
but,
we're over,
but
bro.
they've just been confirming that like oh no, this police report's not real.
Dude,
Like
misinformation
and
is
it
the real
totally like
crime.
says that like something totally different. Like Austin Metcalf socked him and they caused this, and like it's like a detailed police report that's like a fucking whole page long and it's all made up. Nuts.
It's really
It's just like
weird,
it's like propagandaing out like this.
bottom of society,
Yeah.
fucking
Bro, what is going
divisive
on?
stuff. Because it's like a black kid and a white kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this kid had a knife in his bag, but then like he also I think he's at $500,000 of like Give Send Go funds to like defend him in court.
Yeah, people are
Like,
donating
people are giving a lot of money,
crazy
yeah.
to the guy who's still alive. Who
Yo, this
Very
is
complex.
so scary.
Is that the same one where people are like, no one's talking about it like in mainstream media because the accused is black or something like that?
I don't know if that's why, but
yeah.
they are talking about it. It's just like I don't know why people say that no one's talking about it. It's fucking everyone's talking about it. But it's like
It's not really mainstream media, like legacy media, though.
So it's like more like social media?
well, like you know, like mainstream media has a way of like if they want you to fucking have a discord about something before the information's even all out, they're just feeding you shit. This one, they're like waiting for everything to get collected and organized before they give the full news. But
I think it's so divisive, and it's just so because you're touching on a giant race.
And it's a
problem.
4.0 white kid who had like all his life ahead of him, and then you have another dude who's like last post on Instagram is him flicking it off or like holding a rifle. It's like
Yeah.
the both could be like misconstrued in like very good ways for your advantage as an opinion, but overall it like
It's a hot one. If you don't have
Yeah.
the facts or you don't have like the clear narrative that like makes most sense, then like it's just hot trouble. Honestly, I thought about talking about it here, and then I was like,
I would
fuck
just
it.
I also would rather just wait and let it play out
Yeah,
in court
yeah,
because like
let's-
so much evidence has been fake like
Yeah.
leading up to this, so much document like AI is just cooking lots of like great stuff.
And there's no
with it,
point
you
on
know?
picking a side because, like, at the end of the day, like, let justice be served in whatever way it's meant to be with, like, facts.
I'm gonna stay out of this one, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit this one out because it sounds like it's like the question of was it really self-defense or not?
Well, yeah, because people are like, no, those white kids were known as bullies, but then it's not based on like people. It's just like hearsay shit.
Yeah.
So until they like tack everything down.
But you
like,
also just can't take a knife out and stab a kid in the chest.
I think people are glazing over that part the most. Like
'Cause
you
that's
cannot
escalation.
have a fucking knife in your bag in high school at a track meet.
That's crazy.
And he was sitting under the wrong tent section, so they asked him to get up and leave, and then he was like, "Make me leave," and then it became this.
He said, "Touch me."
Yeah, he said, "Touch me, see
Something
what
like that,
happens." Yeah. Quote what he did say, but
And did he go like this?
He's like, "No, I did it." That's what he said.
I'm not touching you.
I'm not touching you.
no matter what color either person was, if I just hear someone brought a fucking knife in their bag to a track meet, I don't think I'm on his side. Whatever he is, he could be he could be the fucking Filipino fucking superstar.
Yeah.
Like I don't give a shit.
What if he's president of the Indian Club?
Then it's different.
Then it's chill.
Then it was a cultural knife.
Is this squiggly knife?
Bro, that is the rationale some people are
was just
using.
for the curry.
I just watched a analysis video on it, and the guy was saying so the kid got stabbed in the heart, right? That's how he literally in the
his
heart.
twin brother's
And there's
arm.
people making videos going, how do we know it wasn't a utility knife or a machete that he needed for class or he was taking a cooking class and had a Japanese cutting knife like for
Gives a
food.
fuck. Someone died,
You
dude.
can't use a knife and
used a
stab somebody in the
knife to
chest,
stab
bro.
somebody.
It could have been a pencil and you killed someone.
Like, don't let all logic exit your brain. Like,
That's the thing about threads that kills me is like people like make money from trying to just post engaging shit.
Yeah.
So they literally are just playing devil's advocate just to piss people
And
off.
it just
They make
becomes
money from it.
super
Yeah.
polarizing on something that should be clearly like, okay, well, this is wrong regardless of context,
yeah.
you know?
I've realized that like spouting like the truth as like a response to any argument usually ends the argument and people don't even respond. They're like, okay, it's been wrapped up. So if you want engagement, you have to trail them along. You
Like,
have
of
to,
course, we'll see what happens with it, but I still think color swapped or not, whatever you want to do.
Color is
you don't
not the
respond
question.
with a heart stab.
Yeah, the color's not at all.
I don't think that's the appropriate, like, no matter how bad you're being bullied in the moment.
Because that kid's life is ruined now.
Yeah.
All their lives are ruined.
Yeah.
Nobody wins out of this.
That might be the biggest scam of all. It's just like people getting defenses that aren't, I guess, like warranted. Yeah. But we'll see what happens when the details come out and then it goes through court.
AI's pretty cool, huh?